city. It's this. Walking through the city. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's like 100 and I'm wearing pants. Alright, we're finna enter. There we go. Right there. Frankie the dog. Take a look at it. Frankie the lucky dog. New York City.
We have a special guest in the house, which I'm going to let DJ John Paul Pope the fifth iteration introduce, and I'm really excited to what he's going to be bringing into the studio today. So listen and enjoy.
Yo. Alright, what's up world? We have Frankie the lucky dog in the house. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Yep, originally from Long Island, New York. I live in Northeast Pennsylvania, near Scranton, Pennsylvania, and yeah, I got a big name online for underground lover. You know, had my YouTube channel since July 5th, 2006, and you know, been affiliated with the Louisiana rap underground scene since October 11, 2007, and so I've just only gotten bigger from there. And my new thing is 80s babies in our 30s.
Wait, so you want to tell us a little bit more about the Baton Rouge rap scene, how you got into that, and kind of how you became the chronicler of that world?
Well, just by needing an outlet to communicate, because I'm autistic. I have the Asperger's syndrome since I was diagnosed on February 12, 2001 at age 12. And so I just needed somewhere to communicate, and they were willing to communicate, so then I opened up, and I just fell into their region, their taste, their depth, everything of the whole music scene, and you know, got to discover hundreds and maybe thousands of names. And you know, I had a radio show in Pennsylvania at Marywood University from September 19, 2009 to August 19, 2012. I had exactly 100 episodes, and I showed love to over 1,000 artists on there. So, you know, no matter if you had a name or not, you know, you were getting played because I needed somebody to, you know, fill the spots.
So radio's nothing new.
No.
No. I remember on your YouTube channel, I watched some videos when you were a kid calling Mike Jones, Paul Ball.
Yup, on November 18th, 2004. I got their number off the mixtape, DJ Burner 1 and Paul Wall, Gorilla in the Trunk 4. Yeah, like when I was only 16 years old, and I was like, oh, like I'm gonna call a rapper, and I did, and like, wow, I got on the phone. Like, it was so easy, but like I had a whole piece of paper of what I was gonna say because I was autistic, so I ain't, you know, think I would be able to just have an important amount of communication, so that's why that came about. And it wasn't easy to reconnect again because people blew up and people lost communication of being able to handle, oh, the phone's ringing, right? You know, now, like their consistency dropped as far as, you know, being available.
So maybe let's play some stuff.
Yeah.
You have some Baton Rouge stuff, you know.
Yeah, let's what should we kick it off with? As I'm loading something up, we're gonna put something on right here. You know what? Let's start with, even though like I'm kind of funny about this, but like I have to expose it out there because it's a production I have. I wound up producing a track for Lil Boosie's cousin, who goes by Dodo, and he has put out a CD with A1 Wizzle out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and has done some collaborations with like Lil Fat out of Baton Rouge and like a bunch others. Had production with DJ Be Real and things like that. Yeah, so we're going to put this one on. I got everything hooked up here. I call this one Fresh Out the Dungeon, and it's like an intro track, and for me to describe it, I want to just say that Dodo has been like kind of out of the game for a little bit. Like, he ain't released any music or anything in a long while, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I have the power now to produce something. So I was like, I'll produce it, and I produced it on December 15th, 2016 in honor of his son's birthday. I was like, this will be a present, let's do something with it. So I was, waiting to get the track completed, and he finally completed it, and I was real happy. We've got to do the music video, trying to get him to the northeast, and I just, produced by me. We just wrote it about just living a good life, a trippy life, and so here goes Dodo, fresh out the dungeon intro, produced by yours truly, Frank the Lucky Dog, aka Frank Calhoun.
No, he's got it.
Ready for my production?
My bad.
You all A1 for this Dodo track. Ready? I gotcha. Here we go. Yeah, baby. And the track was born, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, so the track was born on December 24th, 2017 at 2:09 in the morning. I got it in my email. Yeah. So,
Yeah, you're pretty good with dates.
Yeah, and I guess that's the Asperger's in me, and
You know exactly when everything happened at the time.
yeah.
So you produced that?
Yeah, I produced it. I wanted something to get out.
So I realized before we get into it, we should outline all the different facets of Frank the Lucky Dog. So you do so many different things, and you're so prolific in each of those things you do. So let's go down the list. You are a collector.
Yeah,
You're like a historian.
yeah.
You have a YouTube channel
Yep, so that's
where you
cool.
have thousands of videos. What do you have?
Like almost 4,000 videos.
4,000 videos. It's like every day you're making videos.
Yeah,
Editing,
yeah,
filming,
yeah.
cleaning up, we're gonna use
Acting.
acting.
For-
Oh, you're an actor.
Yeah, I'm
too.
an actor. I produce.
Yeah.
I rap.
You're a rapper.
I write, my own
Uh-huh.
scripts and lyrics and things like that. I mix and master my shit,
Mhm.
and so I do, all the audio editing and all that, and I do CD reviews. I've been reviewing, since.
Wait, we talk about reviews a
Yeah.
little bit, because I remember once seeing this, it was like a video where you were on the computer and you had this like, it looked like a spreadsheet or something, it was like your criteria for how you review albums.
How I
It's
review the
actually
CDs.
not cool.
Yeah, like I decided to, I have my live reviews and things like that. I actually just released one yesterday. I didn't get to send a link or anything, but I reviewed out of Baton Rouge, Percy Keith, who I'm a big supporter of, is the Shaman CD, and I wound up reviewing it live at the Abandoned Graffiti Highway where they shot Silent Hill in Centralia, Pennsylvania. I went in the dark we reviewed the CD, I reviewed the CD from 11:08 in the evening to 1:02 in the morning. and I had work the next day. I was on my 19th day. Yeah.
Do you have any reviews queued up there? You have reviews on the review?
Well, like, I can pull up a little bit of the Percy Keith one. It's just, I don't know how, like, I'm not used to y'all Wi-Fi and all that. So, yeah, I ain't got to.
We don't have to look at that.
Okay, yeah. But basically, it's online now. Percy Keith the Shaman live review. It's got 38 views as of yesterday.
Everyone check out Frankie the Lucky Dog's YouTube channel, the blog.
Yep, I have a blog. I run the FrankieTheLuckyDog.blogspot.com, and for those of y'all that need to spell, it's all lowercase. FRANKIE 6. No, not 6. That's email. THALUCKYDOG.blogspot.com, and it goes to
That's
all.
what the reviews are.
Yep, the reviews and things like that. Everything for Louisiana's on there. I still do some every month, at least once.
The other great thing about the blog that I love so much is that you've actually managed to get the physical, like CDs or cassettes, or,
Yeah.
physical things from the people, and you uploaded all the album art. So
Yeah.
it becomes this like really amazing archive of this like really specific Southern rap style of like mixtape art that like you just can't find that anywhere else. There's like nowhere else where anyone has such a specific visual style like on one place for that scene.
Yep, definitely. It's all about, especially now that I'm in my 30s, it's all about being consistent and just enjoying what you love, because you see artists actually giving up and trying to move on when they got kids and things like that. But me, like, I'm just trying to stay solo and just really continue with my craft. It's all about my career. I really feel like things are getting better and bigger from here, like slowly but surely. I really feel it, and I'm not going to lose that loyalty or being consistent, because that's one of my strongest things that I have is my consistency.
Yeah, you are consistent. I mean, talking about like growing up and moving on, you've been involved in the rap scene for a long time now, and I'm sure you've seen so many things come and go, and rap music as a whole change. And we were just talking about this before we went on the air, but like you've probably seen kind of a new phenomenon in rap where I think it's things are like less geographically specific with the sound, like trap rap is just talking,
Yeah.
and like sure there's like they have Florida right now, there's you can kind of tell like the Chicago drill or something, but in general it's hard to like listen to a song and be like that's that one city, and especially when it's like such a small city like that, and so it's I don't know if you talk a little bit more about what's so specific about that region, how you watch it change within itself, but also compared to like the properties.
Like Baton Rouge, more on its like gangsta, grimy, you feel the organs, you feel the sounds in the tracks, and just hyping you up, kind of getting you to like dance in a certain way, but at the same time like just talking about what they deal with on a usual basis, and just I don't know, something about their griminess, and just I put it together to just make it something to really care about. And like once you win the game, there's no escaping. No matter how old you are, no matter how advanced you are, no matter what's happened, you're in the game forever. That's the thing. Yeah, our next one actually was my #1 song of 2017. I actually discovered it last year on June 22nd, the day after my birthday. I went to Baton Rouge for my birthday. I went 3 times last year. And so this was trip number 2, and I got to link up with Benjamin Rax out of Baton Rouge, and actually today, I first heard of him 8 years ago. Today's 18, and I heard him first time 8 years ago. 888. It's the 8ness. So yeah. So we gonna get into this Benjamin Rax in due time. Yeah, this is great. I'm about to just like really go off the wall and just feel vibes. So you ready for it? Here we go.
AJ on the track.
The dance still on or no? It's just the music. Alright, so you gonna feel the camera vibe then. I'm just going wild out here. Man, I see your eyes. That's how you really feel. You can't hide in the sky. That's how you really feel. Learn to pay attention to signs. That's how you really feel. It will be revealed in due time. Yeah, so like that's more recent stuff that, you know, I feel and like a certain way, like I just, especially when you get full that good, like, you know, I really feel a vibe and I'm like into yeah. So I'm gonna get into another one, more on the like earlier part of my connection is we played them not too long ago and we're gonna play like something that him and Be Real hooked up with, which to me I feel like is a great definition of what I really go for as far as like
Be Real is a producer who defined that sort of like Louisiana trap sound. And he eventually like moved on, right? Didn't he like produce stuff for like Lil Wayne and like people?
Actually he's still trying to get up there a little bit. I think like he's still mainly local with a lot of like, you know, the Baton Rouge people, and like we recently reconnected on October 22nd.
You guys had a song.
Yeah, for no reason. Yeah. Yeah, like he, you know, seen Frankie grow, and Frankie was still in his 20s, and like Frankie wound up, you know, really getting out there, and I think he's seen that, appreciated that I finally went to Louisiana. Yeah, he's got to get his priorities a little better, you know, with knowing that I care, and that he should have that same passion and care too for what you love and for who loves you, and you know, and you be about your business, you know, that's where you get success. And so he's got a lot of productions, random singing tracks where he doesn't get credit sometimes, but you know, I know he'll be on there, and raps and things like that. So we're gonna get into this. It's Dodo and Be Real, DJ Be Real was So Cold. Call it the addictive, venomous kind of vibe to just really embrace out of Baton Rouge. Here we go.
It's kind of nice to be able to like know you're not out the air for a minute.
So yeah, we going. Yeah, like it just gives me that kind of vibe where like I get jealous that I wasn't a part of being down there at the time. I was still like, you know, just sitting in the house and all that, reviewing and things like that before I could really get out there in real life. And like, you know, when people are not the same anymore, they just want to just like be depressed.
Yeah, well, what amazes me so much is that you were so committed to this scene that you would never see. You know, like you were in PA this whole time. You had never been to that room, and yet you kind of like knew everyone that was making music there. You were constantly talking to them. You were writing letters. Like I saw on your blog or something. It was like you were like writing like letters to like rappers who were in prison and shit. You know, like you're just like it's like you're there, but you know you never been there. So that's serious.
Yeah.
That's serious. How do you keep up with everyone?
How do I keep? Well, I try. People should keep up with me. That's the thing, and that's what's like hurting the priority level, is because I'm from the other side of the country. Like, come on now. I should be getting music first, and there shouldn't be a thought in the head. Y'all should be like, oh, here's the new CD, you know, and things like that. You know, people be doing it either at the wrong time or they don't hit me up. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, well, if I don't get it after the week it's released, I want $30 to review it, because I feel like I should have it first, and I want it, you know, as new as possible. Like, you know, come on now, y'all.
So most people that review reviews, you think they're mostly that?
Some of them, yeah, but yeah, I would say a good portion, and then there's a portion that usually finds them online. So we're gonna get into this next one. It's actually something a little older. He actually got killed in a car accident on May 19, 2004, Lil Handy. Yeah, so like this is where producer, rapper Mouse on the track, like you remember them throwback tracks from last decade. Mouse dropped the track, then make the bounce and act. It's in this song, so I'm gonna play this from 2004. Lil Handy featuring Webby and Mouse would cut the lights on, so you could get like even more of a vibe and be locked into Baton Rouge. So here we go. I'm glad to be here. It's just, I feel like I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Mouse drop the track, then make it bounce and act. Alright, so Frankie here, Lil Handy feature Weapon Mouse cut the lights on, and you know we finna take it up to 2018 right now and put on some Percy Keith, who just got out of jail recently, off his The Shaman CD that I just did a live review on, and we gon' listen close to Listen Close. Percy just got out of jail. I've been holding him down in jail, so you know this is it right here. You know, yeah. So like he really got it going on. So listen close. Here we go. Percy is a beast, and for someone to come out of jail and all that and like be better than what he was, you know. And it's great because he keeps it real, like with the support and everything. Like I heard he did a live video on Instagram and said that, you know, I was holding him down in jail and all that. Yeah, every month from October 2015 to November 2017, 25 months straight. I'm all about that consistency, and I think that really deserves the power. That's why I have the value I have today, unlike when I started loving Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so like I did a live review, like I said, for that in Centralia, Pennsylvania just a couple nights ago, and you know, it's online now, Percy Keith the Shaman live review, and you know, we're just gonna keep it moving. We're gonna like, we keep flip-flopping, we go from this year to that year to this year to that year, so we gonna go to like one of B Real's earlier exposure tracks, like it's Meet Me in the Parking Lot. Jig House Records, Infrared, featuring Thrasher Boy, Lil Ronnie, and Lil Head, original version of Meet Me in the Parking Lot. So I guess we're just gonna go jig and wild out right about now. Yeah, I don't know. Some of them either have the files and I ain't never really played a file. Like I might have played like a remix or something. So. 2006. Here we go. To Be Real. Jig House Records. We in the parking lot? No, we in the studio. Be Real, like a dog. Where we broadcasting from? New York City, Chinatown, right over there. Oh yeah.
He's here. I think he's out. Or did he leave?
Yeah, just
oh yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. He just took my phone. But you're good. I'm loving this. This is all this music that I don't know anything about. And now I'm like, yeah. Gotta get myself some fucking Baton Rouge like shit up on my playlist.
Yeah, I mean it's so specific. It's
yeah.
Like such a particular world.
Yeah. Yeah, in the parking lot. You know, the parking lot of streets right now because it's the streets of New York City. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like that. It just, when I hear it now, I feel like I wish I was there. Like I wish I was in the whole Louisiana scene of 2006 as a 30-year-old. But
Well, I remember when I was talking to you about it, like a couple of years ago, I asked you how you imagine
yeah.
it to be like.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You said something really funny. I forgot exactly what it was, but you're like, I don't know, like lots of big trees and like reptiles maybe.
yeah. Maybe around someone's house, but yeah, there's parts of it that's pretty beautiful looking. You got your streets, you got your, like the downtown part of Baton Rouge. There's a lot of. That's where I stayed at the hotel the first time, and then I stayed in like Airline Highway, Holiday Inn Hotel, and then I was at my boy King Baby Dula's house. Yeah, I got to stay at one of their houses now. That's the kind of like value I have. They say I'm the only white boy that can, have a G pass like I do.
So, I mean, all right, here's the question though. I feel like when most people want to get into Louisiana, New Orleans, like they go to New Orleans or they listen to whatever, like Lil Wayne, Birdman, like there's plenty of New Orleans rappers. Well, how did you fall into Baton Rouge and not any other city?
Like, as the Louisiana Connection started on October 11, 2007, it was all about just anything Louisiana because they were helping my communication. But then when I heard like CDs that Meet Me in the Parking Lot was off of and all that, I felt like, wow, this vibe is just like, there's something about like that vibe that Be Real creates or Q Red or any of them creates that I'm just like, okay, like I like this a lot. And then just knowing that when Young Reddy was alive, aka Wrapped Up Reddy, he was in jail in 2008 and I wrote him a letter, and on September 18, 2008 at 12:05 p.m. I wound up getting a response in the mail from him via letter. I'm like, wow, if people like in person can't do this to me and I can do this to someone in Louisiana, shit, we gonna take it to the max. I mean, it's unfortunate it took me so many years, to really come out of my shell, but I think with the events that had happened later on, like I lost my brother in my studio room on May 10, 2015, and it was unfortunate, but you know what, I feel like it made me stronger. A lot of things made me stronger, and that's why you're seeing me today, and I'm a fearless individual. There's nothing more scary than finding a dead body in your studio room. I didn't find it, my stepdad found it when I was at work actually, and you can't be dead, so we gotta live life to the fullest, and that's what I try to tell everybody.
Yeah, I think your consistency is definitely something that like helps you get through it, and I think everyone needs that, that thing that they keep doing every day. Not so much as a distraction, but also like a way to work through, everything else.
Yeah.
So that said, maybe we should talk about some of your own personal. I mean, like everything you do is like sort of like a diary of who Frank the Lucky Dog is. But you also have you make your own music. For example, there's this one video I saw that's really great. It was like your grandma was getting evicted or something, so you wanted to do something nice for her.
Yeah, and
you made a song and a music video for her.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? She just got back from Florida. Like she's like getting off the plane, say now. She's back in New York, and she there's like a termite thing going on in her like area in Florida. She had to fly down there, so it's just ironic that here we are back at the Florida vibe, and we're finna get into the whole Florida thing. I wrote this song. I flew down there. I believe it was November 8th, 2012. I flew down there and I actually recorded it in her used car, like her car that she used to have for Florida, because there's no soundproof area or whatever down there. I just wanted to have a Florida feel to it. So I recorded it live there, and it might have been one of my first, it was like my second urbexing time, like urban exploring, because people were getting evicted and it was abandoned areas. So it was definitely pretty nice. I wrote and produced it off my second album, FTLD News. It's called The Estates Collade, and it's about like the estates escalating. So I combined the word into a compound word, estates collade. So we finna get into this. You'll hear my grandma be on the hook talking about, what's going on in Florida, and her late mom talking about what's going on in Florida. So here's Frankie the Lucky Dog before the Calhoun with the States Collade. Check this out. To get a different angle. It's 2012 when the States Collade into burn and hell. News broke out, forcing eviction, every night praying, hoping and wishing. wishing that the elderly don't wind up fucking missing. Because a fucking fucked up move that caused the elder ass missing.
Money for movers, money to transport, money to deal with these motherfucking transporters, no place to be. A farmer and a family trying to sacrifice the memory.
Or does it get to the
Where
point
would the elderly die right now? The hundreds of hours a day. But where we reverse the rights all the government ways.
Sadly, this is how the state's going.
I am 91 years old. I've lived in this home for 30 years, and it's hard to leave, but I'm really going to.
After this one, I'm gonna get into 2 tracks. After this one, I'm gonna get into 2 tracks back to back on my latest CD, like the more on the Calhoun tip. And when I say Calhoun, it's more on the like high, like, you know,
It just devastated me, my mother, and all the residents that are in here. I didn't really want to tell my mother, because I figured it would really hurt her desperately.
usually that's my translation.
Preserved to go and so created suicide, town away and clueless now. For sale, for sale, for sale, for sale, not what against our hearts of sale. Sales went against the American leaders, like over elderly, nothing to save us. The 9 hours, once on out, when Bogo's mistakes went out on doubt. That's the message. Fuck us all. Fuck! You have fall. You pay our rent in 2 weeks. And you have the fucking nerve to raise until we leave. You told us not to worry. Living here for decades. Why? That's how the state's going.
A lot of good memories in it. And as far as my father's place, my heart really goes out to all the people out of here. They're walking around in dazes and exhaust. This is their permanent address. They pay us 30.
So it don't suck.
They don't like to.
Oh, we donated. But this area we spent our lives on, it's now gone.
22 seconds.
Rest in peace.
When was this? 2008?
2012.
2012.
Yeah. Alright, you can like it. States collate. Here we are, 6 years later. That's Frank the Lucky Dog right there, and yeah, even though it's the same person I'm about to play next, but different Elias. We're gonna get into Frank Calhoun. And the difference between Frank Calhoun and Frank the Lucky Dog is that on November 2nd, 2015, Percy Keith wound up giving me the name Frank Calhoun. So it's only an honor that I take the nickname from jail and use it as something. So I decided to use it as the evolution of Frank the Lucky Dog, more as a stage name. So for my second album, FTLD News, on news stories and all that, which at the moment I only have it on my YouTube and a Wix thing, and I have hard copies in my car. But like, yeah, we're finna get into what was like my comeback track from 2015, into it from the treehouse to the dark vines. Just talking about me loving to just like go off and be full of that good and just like explore at night. And just hang at my cousin's treehouse, you know, hit the Jeep, aka the gravity bomb, and just, you know, it'd be definitely turned up, you know, especially when you worked at 4 o'clock in the morning in Pennsylvania and come down to New York, and you just awake for like almost 24 hours straight. You just got that nonstop energy. So we're finna get into this right now. Frankie, the Lucky Dog, is turning to Frank Calhoun. We're from the treehouse to the dark vines. Here we go. You know what time it is. Frank Calhoun is this. That's what I do first week with me.
Definitely not your own style. It's different.
Yeah.
When it's you so, but like when you work with like the southern rappers, it's like it's somewhere in between.
Yeah, it's like I call it like autistic stone rap.
Artistic stuff. It's a whole new genre.
Do your free out the north, east, cast, with, sharp, way, look for, in, at, burn, eat, or, leave, back, dogs, smart, skew, lit, insight, take, in, risk, I just might burn.
you collaborated with
At the moment, no, but I have an idea coming out. I just wasn't ever constructed out. I'm trying to look up Louisiana Vietnamese to the verses.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I'm
that's a
gonna
good
use that
idea.
beat, or I want to produce like a new track. So like, don't say like I do like my mind right now. It's not what like I do. I just have the access and ability. My hook is just like you just feel like
Yeah.
my hook is so high. And it's just
Yeah.
You know, seeing the world in a different zone gives you a new perspective on things. A synonym of synonym. Like East is music, R's hammer, Marie, David,
fries are got straight to the next drop. Those straight to the
Tom, can I have a dry nut?
that in that, let's see, all of this, eat, this, or, stick, the third, easy, straight from where I'm practice to the 3 has constant fun at all the 23 hours to the center of lost line.
Like I make like the hook seem like it's the 90s. I have the title and then the hook is just like, like from the trios to the dark ones, from the trios to the dark ones, like today. We go around the roundabout like 15 times almost.
Oh man,
And in the video itself, like I already have the barcode of like 999-779-899-4920-7-95430. Like 20
you know the barcodes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So it's gonna go straight into the next song. Clean my Roy who got high. It's a little surprising with that one. It's a
Yeah, nice.
like cleaning and being high at the same time. Like,
Totally, I love that.
yeah.
Love smoking weed and cleaning my apartment.
Seriously?
It's like the best thing.
Yeah, I want you to get a picture of me, like, as if it looks like I'm in the studio or whatever. So, like, if you want to go, like, over there or whatever.
You want to sit here
Yeah, probably, yeah.
There you go.
with the board?
Leave it at that. Just as a picture prop.
Yeah, do it.
Like it's about to sink the
He walks through the sand up on the right, the sensible things. People don't fight. He's dead. Dirty like a garden. He's dead.
What this?
Taking out the fires from the inside of the zero paper tractors like
Why did you put it
This was cleaned by the boy who got high. It just sounds.
It does.
It's so weird.
I want.
It sounds like W here.
Oh, you know what? I should play right after this one. I'm definitely gonna play this. It's another track of mine. Fucking. And then it's like that lost dove kind of trippy vibe here. Like you're just lost. You're high and you're just like.
All set words off in a way, increases like more, more. Yes. That turtle sound whatever it is at sea. High does control of craft.
Meaning like you'll lose
Consistency.
consistency.
The higher this bird in County City today. It's not 50 birds in 10. One of all of us crash is home. He records it. Then it comes right to that on his own. Just look how he was getting through the rest.
I lost my keys on the night. The sun shows up and then I rolled right back down. That's when Percy gave me the nickname.
Ain't in his brain, haze prevents his kid from pain. Yeah, he finds this place clean by, you know, by the boy who died.
48 seconds.
I like this part.
Yeah. And then it keeps going. 21 seconds.
Look how he leading ways, cleaning and shit. Always knows his level of confidence and motivation. Look at him, boy.
Cleaned. That's Frank Calhoun. Cleaned by the boy who got high. Another track off my WFTLD news CD about me hiking back in August 2015. I wound up hiking and I was full of that good and I was like cleaning up. Why don't I write a song about this? You know, being high but still like doing something that going to help something out. You know.
But also, cleaning your apartment when you're high.
Yeah, you know, like getting lost in the music and things like that. You know, there's a lot of great vibes that the average person should pull out of them. Yeah, we gonna continue. We got another track. This one's more on the like, it's a high, but it's a catchy kind of thing. Like I was just like thinking as I was hitting the Jeep, as I recorded the From the Treehouse of Dark Lines track, I was like, this Jeep's kicking my ass. Like you got really stoned off it. And so I was like, when the Jeep comes to kick your ass, like I wanted to feel the kick your ass, like something was kicking your ass. So we finna get into Jeepology 101. When the Jeep comes, by Frank Calhoun, check this out. It's 5 minutes of just, you know, you'll get your catchiness, and then you'll get your really zoning out sound effects, and even the end, you'll think it's over, but no, there'll be more zoning out. So,
I've never heard anything like this. What do you call this genre?
I call it autistic stoner rap.
Oh yeah, is there anyone else in the genre we should know about?
Oh, the first thing I think of is Currency, but I don't know, he's not
Currency.
autistic, he's not autistic.
Have you heard the new Chief Keef stuff that he produces on his own?
Actually, no.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's weird like this.
Oh, yeah, if you combine that, yeah, autisticness and Currency, yeah, I think that's like me. So, let's put me together. Here's the G, check this out.
This goes out to the song that we think that are all the same time. Oh, why is this not? You trying to hit that next
How many on time?
3:57.
Wow, right now,
Oh, yeah,
keep all we want. Listen up.
Like you need to play when you're talking about it. Yeah, we can play this commercial, but also whoever the other rapper was we were talking about. Yeah.
Then you got you all you got to pull it. She got to kick my ass. Then I'm off the floor and I'm all this smoke comes and kicks me ass. And we all
Trying to get this movie file and it just says that it's not like the right. Is it gonna error?
We find that spit my class. It reflects that I spit the shit. When the sheep comes to kick your ass. Then you rock and roll, then you rock and roll. When the sheep comes to kick your ass. Then you got to roll, you rock and roll it. When the sheep comes to kick your ass. Then you rock and roll, then you rock and roll. When the sheep comes Then you gotta be
This
rolling,
is
you
where it
be
goes
hot
into
and
its
hold it.
Slowly comes in, and them sound effects are really gonna hit you, like in a little bit. Like it'll just be like, slowly build up. I wanted to make something where you just got lost into something. Like I've seen older tracks, like older tracks, where it's just long delays or just on a whole nother level.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear about like your process in terms of like making your music. Like how do you put these tracks together?
Yeah, it's great. I just reproduce and I'm just like, you know, you're looking. I don't have too many sounds to work with, but it's just like,
When the cheap goes, you hit your ass. Then you rock and roll, then you rock and roll. When the cheap goes, you hit your ass. Then you gotta be rolling, you be hot and hold it. When the cheap goes, you hit your ass. Then you rock and roll, then you rock and roll. When the cheap goes, you hit your ass. Then you gotta be rolling, you be hot and hold it. See some with a plastic bottle. Go ahead, put it in the hole, fill it up with water. Now before you go full throttle. Take half the focus inside the token. I believe I want the bottle.
Also, like, that's like top goes like
Well, the G don't need a bottle. They really be dirty.
Yeah.
So dirty. When the G goes, hit your ass.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out like how to do maybe trying to still get the
Then you gotta be rolling, you be hot and hold it. When the G comes, hit your ass. Then you gotta be rolling, then you rock and roll. When the G comes, hit your ass.
Still got a minute
Then you gotta
37.
be rolling, you be hot and hold it.
Did primitive languages get their first one?
They got the first one, yeah.
They did.
Yes.
Just where you think it's over, it's still a minute 21 because you'll be like, okay,
You're like fully zoned out.
yeah, oh my god, oh. Trying to think of the part. Since it's a perfect rating, I probably could do this.
But I want to play one of these really weird cheap beat songs in a second.
Okay, yeah. It's got 30 seconds, 29.
What's up? Oh, I put the little thing on the. Is it in there?
Alright, you can mic it. It's got seconds.
I'll give it 1 sec.
Yeah. Just like the production. That's G Biology 101. When the G comes to kick your ass, you know? Do you feel like it kicked your ass, even though there's not a G in here, but you probably felt like the vibe that I was going kick your ass, right?
ass got kicked.
Yeah. Yeah. So what went through your mind when you was zoning out to that?
Today when I'm zoning out,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's nothing. I was
Yeah. Yeah. Like the kind of approach I took with the track and all that.
Yeah, I think I need to zone out more.
Yeah.
I need consistency.
Yeah. So you got a little bonus before we got into like a live review that I did.
Oh yeah, all right, yeah. So one of our listeners, Matt Garner, shout out to Matt. He recommended we check out this cheap key song called Fuga. I think it's up there with the autistic stoner rap
Okay.
genre. Alright,
Yeah.
You are listening to Montez Press Radio, and we had
Frankie the Lucky Dog in here with us today, or AKA Frankie Calhoun, playing some tracks for us, giving us a lowdown on that Baton Rouge, Louisiana rap scene. So we appreciate his consistency and knowledge. And now we're going to listen to a little more of this new genre that's been brought to us here in the studio. I know for me, I'm getting a lot of information about good music for me to check out, including Frankie Calhoun. So stay tuned. This is Montez Press Radio. Here we go.
Alright, so next up you're going to play Percy Keith Review. You played some Percy Keith for us earlier.
Yeah, we played one of the tracks off the Shaman CD, and now we're going to play me reviewing one of the tracks live at the Abandoned Graffiti.
Alright, so for our listeners that don't know, a big part of what Frankie does is you review. How many reviews have you done?
1,778.
Holy fuck.
Since February 2006, since I was 17 years old.
So where can people see the reviews?
At the blog, frankieluckydog.blogspot.com, FRANKIELUCKYBL.dog.
It's an incredible blog. Alright,
So here we go. We're picking up on track. It's on track number 3 off the live review. So it's gonna slowly get into it.
4.6.
And I think
Shout out
I
to your red. You know, doing this scene for you. Track number 3 off Percy Peace, a Shaman CD. Track number 3. 2 minutes 43 seconds.
try to get all of it.
Carnival. And my preview for this is, well, if you look at all the graffiti here at the Abandoned Graffiti Highway here in Central Valley, Pennsylvania, you would notice that this is like a carnival. And look, see, carnival.
Oh, it's full of edibles.
The second and third letter in carnival has A and R, right? Only this has a G in it, the Garcia. If we took the G and kind of curved it to C, Garcia, like carnival, R, Garcia. Anyway, we're gonna get into this track right now. Enough of my goofiness or whatever you want to call it, urban. Here we go, track number 3 on Percy Keith, the Shaman CD. Carnival.
Instead of typing, I say it.
Definitely sounds like really focused here. Really feeling the production. You definitely sound focused. I just love that this beat is like making you focus and going loco. Carnival like Mardi Gras, yeah. We're already 6 months past already. Why you stop the bitch mode, Gary? It's weird how it like has that like I'm jigging a little, but like I'm jigging minus like but that guy is just a great combination. Yeah, Auto War, definitely a tight ass punk verse. Coming through with the second verse with the drum in your face. Gotta be first, technically you do. Baker like Anita, yep, I'm drunk like Jimmy, and I'm an alternate. Feed you beats I can eat, I can't wait till you eat my herb. 18 days in a row work and go for my 19th tomorrow, without a day off, you already know. You love my consistency, Percy. remember who's been writing you in jail every single month from October 2015 to November 2017? Who did it? 2 years and 1 month straight. 25 months.
You already know, I did. And I guess it stopped 23 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't know like the song that side. You know, there's silence in tracks. You know, I usually edit all that stuff out, like when I get the
I'm gonna
files
go
or
with
whatever. Or like since I hear it for the first time.
Signing here.
So, let's see. Let's fucking go with a
5 because a 5.0 perfect rating because I really felt like I was jigging an air tank, so it was definitely worth something special. So perfect rating from your boy Frank Lucky Dog.
And that was the transition I did. So yeah. So yeah, that was like a little bit of my reviewing live on camera that I just played, and you know, it definitely came out really nice. You know, you got the art and you got the artist's art. There's a lot of art. The heart with the art and the artist's art.
Love it. I'm curious, what was your first review that you did? You said you've done over 1,000, and I'm
Yeah,
curious.
when I first reviewed back in February 2006, it was on a message board with my friend from New Jersey, Mixmaster Al. We would review dance music and all that. So we reviewed Cascadas every time we touched CD, and then from there, my second review was my first rap one. I reviewed T.I.'s King CD on March 28, 2006, and it was just, I wasn't too up with the reviews, so like whenever I got a CD from there, I was just like, I'll review it first, why not? And look how far it trailed, you know, so.
It's really amazing, inspiring.
Speaking of that, I'm going to pull this one up. We're going to do the Frank Lucky Dog's 20s highlights video, and I want everyone to be inspired by all the events that I had in my 20s over the past 10 years, to just really embrace all your moments and everything that, you know, no matter what you're going through, no matter what goes on in your life, just have pictures and footage of everything. Remember the dates, chronological order, and you'll look back at these highlights and you'll think, wow, I really was the shit. So, peep this out.
Wise words.
What it do is your boy Frank Lucky Dog, aka Frank Calhoun, BKA Frank Watson on the clock, you know what I'm saying?
Well, sure.
And
Yeah.
these are my 20s highlights right here. From June 21st, 2008, when I turned 20, all the way to today, June 20th, 2018. All bangs happened in my 20s, you know. I definitely took an evolving step from, you know, turning 20. I mean, like, still got the same necklace rocking to this day. You know, still got some of my shit that still, you know, had the decade before in my teens. Like, look at all this. Like, look, unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? So, here goes the 20s highlights, brought to you by yours truly, Lucky Dogs Entertainment. Chapter 1, age 20. First thing, June 22nd, 2008, the theme song I made for Alex McConaughey. That's how you try. June 23rd, 2008, I won $500 on a $20 ticket, my biggest win to this day, and also a $90 ring-off from Dollar Free Ticket. July 1st, 2008, Who I Am got played on Big Boot Radio. July 14, 2008, my 100th review. Jimmy the DJ presents Gangsta Gumbo Volume 2 Ghetto Pass, hosted by Nussy, featuring the shout-out he gave me.
Shout out to my dog Frank on musical lessons.
July 21st, 2008, just like when Alex McConaughey, I did one for Big Money Matt.
This your boy, Big Money Matt.
August 9, 2008, Marion Avenue had that infamous block party. Oh, can you imagine me now there? Not filming them, filming me. August 9, 2008, I got my first payment courtesy of North Carolina rapper Gang. August 21st, 2008, famous stranger drawing I made. Yeah, I didn't really publicize it at the moment, just kept it, you know, something to catch his attention. And even spelling things out of scratch-offs for the first time, too. September 1st, 2008, the first version of A Decade of Frank the Lucky Dog, which was actually 99. of 2008. September 3rd, 2008, my first day at Marywood, in which I met one person we know today from there, Alexia. September 16, 2008, Kevin Gates posting the review I did for his All or Nothing CD that I did the day before on his MySpace. September 18th, I got the letter in the mail at 12:05 p.m. from Young Ready. Definitely valued it. October 21st, 2008, play a circle, subscribe to my reviewed MySpace page that I did. Shout out to Jay. October 29th, 2008, one of the most anticipating moments while I was at Marywood, Beer Factor. Look at this, I couldn't down the vinegar. Oh. Just like reach for the inhaler on this thing. November 4, 2008, the Change the World music video I made with my cousin, the Lenny Girl. Released in honor of Obama becoming our president on that election day. November 5th, 2008, beating the shit out of the car event. November 7th, 2008, Colin Savage's phone and Young Ready answering. And Jay Dirty calling me back at 3:42 in the morning. On those times or when, like, you know, I get a phone call in the middle of the night. November 17th, 2008, one of my favorite moments on Marywood, making the Odyssey video.
Maybe we should like,
Maybe so crazy, so actually, my digital camera full. After the
We'll go up to 2009.
November 24, 2008, the Down Man commercial started a whole movement.
You want to see the rest of the decade, 2010,
I was trying to come out with a TV show, and I just cut
yeah,
them
so
out.
once it gets to the end of 2009, which is right before my dog intro thing, we talk about something else, something else.
This was the first Frank Lucky Dog logo. Look at this. I made this, but it just like mud just dripped on a logo. That's just how I feel about this logo. December 18, 2008, I finally got a new video camera since March 12, 1999. December 31st, 2008, my first annual Louisiana Awards featuring Nussy getting awards and appreciating them. February 4, 2009, my first ever year-end countdown recap. 2008. 799 out of 800 correct. Holy shit! March 5th, 2009 at 9:59 p.m. First time I ever smoked me some green. You already. March 26, 2009, Blue Black Jail Letter. March 31st, 2009, K-Man and Chubrock's ABCs in Modern Belief
We
class.
saw it in class today, the song.
Being serious. April 7, 2009, my Frank the Lucky Dog logo that's used in my videos now, and also video production too.
Ways of the studio.
Oh, right. May 1st, 2009, my Louisiana Reviews Marathon, me just reviewing CDs from, you know, the start of Louisiana rap music to the present, which at that time was, you know, the end of 2008. Still reviewing them to this day. I got gold mines to keep going, baby. May 7, 2009, as the fatness continued, Marywood buffets kept eating, 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 eating. June 20th, 2009, editing the music video for Down Bad member Terror, AKG's Choke You Out.
I'ma choke you out.
Chapter 2, age 21. June 21st, 2009,
You can put the mic on,
finally
it's surprise them. Y'all gonna have to stay tuned online and catch the rest. We only gave you
that was only 2008
and
so 2009. I feel like everyone should make one of these videos. Everyone should make like the best of one of these videos.
Yeah, definitely, because it really, like, you know, no matter what you go through, you just have that kind of vibe that you're like, you know what, like, I'm gonna look back and see how much I honor myself now, you know, this is what made me who I am today.
I know the other thing is because you always have a camera on you.
Yup. Yeah, it's like a weapon, you know, you're protected, you know, if you have one on you, you're protected.
When did you get your first camera?
My first one, it said it in the thing, March 12, 1999, was, it was my mom's, but then, like, wound up, I used it as like 10-year-old then, and like, the one that I got, the December 18, 2008 one, was the first one for myself. That was a video camera, and you know, just took it from there.
Do you always have this as so into either and you use your phone camera?
Yeah, I do. I use the phone camera, like, especially like if I'm gonna go to an area where I'm not gonna take all equipment with me, you know, or like, you know, say, you know, yeah, anywhere I don't bring equipment, I'll have my phone as a backup.
And when do you do all the editing?
All the editing I usually do, like sometimes like these files I might just keep for documentaries in the future, or like there'll be times where if I film stuff I try to edit it usually during a time where I have time to sit down in front of my computer with nothing else going on.
Yeah. For everyone listening, you can't see what this is. The images are really great. It's like all these crazy motion graphics and like things collage all over itself. And they'd also like to do this thing where you take like state covers and like lotto tickets and like make all these collages on your floor.
Yeah.
I also want to say that your outfit today is amazingly spectacular for our listeners. We like it's multicolored. It has we have like tie-dye pants and like a spray painted or splash jersey. We got like the rainbow sneakers with like studs on them. We got like this dope ass like
Casino
hat, casino, New York hat. It's like I feel like you are like walking your art, you know, you're walking your art that's online, and you can totally inhabit what it is you're talking about.
Tell us a little bit about the lotto ticket art. That's like a big thing I've seen on your blog and YouTube. You like made all these like collages.
Yeah, like the lottery tickets, like my mom came up with it in like 2004 or whatever. We were just like, what can we do for wallpaper, since I just moved into the house not too long ago at that time, and we were like, let's just put all lottery tickets, and it's my own kind of like background for things. Like when I make certain documentaries, a lot of times that'll be my background where I talk, and it's like, you know where you're at. You're in my section.
And scratch offs is another sort of section, right?
Yeah.
What does it like so much about scratch offs? It's like the imagery. Right?
Yeah, it's the imagery and just like different kinds and all that. And like I felt like I've evolved a little, into like the casino world and things like that. Like, like just a couple days ago, I'm gonna be honest, I hit a jackpot because I'm a smart ass.
Nice, yeah. Do you have any favorite scratches you play, or?
Like sometimes I like the crossword games. I like, like any kind of thing. I know a lot of the games are matching numbers and all that, but crosswords are pretty good and things like that. It's just like anything.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, Frankie Lucky Dog, the Frankie is the Frank and Frankie, and the THA is the urban style spelling THE though, because that's kind of what I'm surrounded by. Lucky is what I am, and dog, my favorite animal, but I liked what up dog, even though like it's all about bruh now,
Alright, what are you gonna do now?
Yeah,
should we go back to that weird stuff?
How about like I was thinking, maybe I'll put on some of my top tracks of 2017, like the when you were talking about the year-end countdown stuff that I do. Yeah, so like for those that don't know, since I was 12 years old, I started doing my own year-end countdowns, like the top songs of the year or whatever. And like I've done 18 of them. So like 2017 was my 18th annual year-end countdown. And like, let's see, maybe I should pull it up from the top 100. Each one's a 5-second sample. And the times like be different at times, like, cause I'm not just a Louisiana head, but at the same time I like, a lot of electronic dance music, cause growing up on Long Island, Party 105 at the time, like they had a lot of that. And, just still liking a lot of stuff that's, either makes me feel great or that, like, I just feel something about it. Like, Louisiana, I have a connection with that. With dance music, I have a connection with that. And so, I guess just mixing it together kind of gets me through my times or whatever. So, like, just pulling it up here and Sophie Francis, Without You. Here we go. Jones Blue feature, William Sims, Mom. Paul feature, Liz Lamb, Waterfall. It's JC Overdale, Hold On. Disco Price Shanahan featuring Shy Martin, Is It Over? Adventure Club featuring Sarback Firestorm. The Lord Greenlight the Cosmic Gate and Jess Falling to You. No Sleep in Suitcase City, Criminals. Surrounding featuring W. Gibson and Keith Man and Disco Killers, Liquid Tide, Radio Mix. And this is Lord with First Place. And Chase and Most People for a Day. Justin Caruso feature Victoria Zara, Talk About Me. Basti After Dark featuring Alarosa Law. Do You Real G1 and Take It Down. Alice in Wonderland, Happy Place. 2 Minute Left Hands featuring Casso, Mad For It.
What do you do without the music?
No Name featuring Lacey K. A Lot of Love. Japanese Records Roadhead. Surface Stevens, Bryce Dessner, James, Nico Woolley, and James McAllister, Saturn. YB for Initials featuring Razor Red Gates. Chase featuring Laura, Yates Lawrence, Son of Doctor. Alan Walker featuring Mooney Bio, Alone. Audience, Mass, and Suffolk featuring Alma, Don't You Feel It Original / Salute Korean. Yeah, Roy, Touch Your Face. Laura Reed, Something About You, Many Few Minutes. Peg More Nerds and Spiker feature Elza Vita, Extraordinary. Dia Friend of Crave, F Tampa Remix. And Solano and WAO, WAO lately. Thievery Corporation with the Child's Blade. Santa featuring Sophie Rose, Limitless. Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike vs. Dave God featuring Kiara Complicated. Crank Dead, CP and Skip Marley, Cool World. Jekyll featuring Brian Elliott, California.
Alright, I believe you.
Total Disco Tits, Green Remix, almost to the top. Katy Perry features Skip Marley, Change the Rhythm, Original / Mark Stout and Tony Stradia, Remix Radio. Oh, I really got you. I kept going.
Man, so you made so many of those.
Yeah, now I open my eyes, I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, so we went to like number 30. Yeah, from 70 to 30. So you only witnessed 40. Think of that. So how did you feel? You felt incredible over just witnessing 40 tracks.
I'm really blown away. I'm like, wow. And especially for our listeners to be able to hear the names of the tracks as they're hearing it, you know? Because it's just, yeah, that is, again, inspiring.
Alright, but also that made me feel insane listening to 5 seconds of so many hit songs.
Yeah.
You wanna DJ some other stuff for us? Some full songs?
Yeah, you know what? Let's go in like the arc. Like I really like I'm fucking with everyone's head. Like, you know, because you don't really know what I have coming up next.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Go to the archive?
Yeah, because since we talked about like Baton Rouge a lot, let's see if I could find like a really old, just a random Louisiana. You know what? Let's just I could pick this one. Let's see what I can find here. Let's see how long this. Let's show my lights here. Just let's see. Boom. Let's see how long this one is. This one. Okay, 3:39. I think. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna play this. This is just from New Orleans underground. It's from 1994. Yeah, it's PMW featuring Gina of Pretty Lips, I guess. I just randomly grabbed this one. What You Smoking off their High Life CD. They were one of the first Cash Money Records artists. you know, courtesy of Manny Fresh and all that producing. So, you know, it's just definitely something that, you know, you have to feel in the underground. So here we go. 1994, New Orleans, underground Louisiana rap style.
So cool.
I was like, I just randomly grabbed one. So yeah, you just heard Graveyard Soldiers with Troublemaker from 2000, straight out of New Orleans. And yeah, I have a whole archive of old Louisiana CDs, you know, there's tons, you know, but they mine. And, you know, I definitely worked a whole effort to, you know, either search or money spent or artists I was connected with or whatever, or certain people to connect with to get certain music. And when I decided to show love, not it's all on me. That's the kind of power I have. Just like with the next two tracks that I finished Show Love to. The first one I go and play from 2004, Fox. You may know him from Wipe It Down, you know, 2006, 2007. And this was when he was unsigned before the whole Trill thing. We're gonna get into Jiggin' on Fox's It's a Jungle Out Here CD. And then after that, we gonna get into Mr. Will, who's usually featured on Graveyard Soldiers tracks back in the 90s from New Orleans, with Another Day. It's gonna be nice and smooth with 420 on length, you already know. Shout out to Sarah Harper from Rockville, Maryland. She wants to know, what are we jamming to? Well, now playing Mr. Will, Another Day, from his 1996 little cassette tape. And I'm one of the only ones in the United States that has it. Believe that, exclusively. That's how I bring it.
Montez Press exclusive.
Montez Press exclusive.
Frankie the Lucky Dog in the house, bringing us the exclusive tracks from his collection.
I'm the only one with certainty.
You see me jigging in this motherfucker. We jig, we buck, we break, we buck, we fight, we buck. Yeah, that's us. You see me jigging in this motherfucker. You see me jigging in this motherfucker. Through the plot, they how the fucking dance on. My people fluid, but I'ma try to drive home. If I can stop, then I'ma probably be a closer.
We jaded up in this New York City vibe. From Baton Rouge all the way to New York City. Now, as we get closer to 5 o'clock, I think it's only right that I present this next one to you. So on February 13, 2008, I was reviewing a CD by late Baton Rouge rapper Nipsey, and I stumbled across a Baton Rouge artist that we know today as Kevin Gates. And everybody now, here we are decades later after the review, and everybody pretty much knows Kevin Gates. But me, I first heard him February 13, 2008.
Early Kevin Gates.
Yeah, a dreadhead. This Kevin Gates was 20 years old at the time, and was featured on Nipsey's Badass CD, and we're gonna get into crack. And the first time I heard like Kevin Gates, I was like, wow, this like, you know, he's saying he'd leave for his partners and all that, and I'm thinking like, you know, like wow, like imagine me doing that to people, which like I tried helping out people more than myself. It don't really get you nowhere. You think it does, you think it makes you powerful and all that, but it's not getting you the success. You gotta look out for yourself. But at the same time, have some partners. So I was just like, you know, this is pretty good and gutta, and then the streets of Baton Rouge started respecting him, so then he just kind of blew up from there. I'm glad he got his recognition, and why I got featured in Mass Appeal Records' magazine, June 15, 2015, thanks to Kevin Gates, like things like that, just discovering them early. So here we go. We're going to get into, from 2006, Nipsey featuring Kevin Gates, Crack.
Crack, in the making.
Yeah, that one Kevin Gates song, Two Phones. So like we said,
Yeah. You know, like I've been carrying like 2 phones.
Oh.
But are we going again? Like, I
don't know, Tom, did you buy USB sticks?
No, I haven't. Should I go do that right now?
Not right now. Let's finish this and then when DJ Select goes on. Because maybe like 2 more tracks. 2 more tracks. We can go a little over. The guy who's coming isn't here yet, so whatever you're feeling.
Almost ready to wrap up. That was Graveyard Soldiers featuring,
Sorry.
you know, Mr. Will. Well, but On My Game from 1996. Like I radioed that for the radio in Pennsylvania when I had my radio show. And could you imagine a typical person editing that? They wouldn't be able to understand anything going on. So, what I decided for my last track, Johnny Hustle featuring Dooney with Bad Jam from last year off his CD just put out, Forged in Fire. It samples Juvenile's, you know, with Lil Wayne and Manfred, Back That Ass Up. It's got like, it's kind of like a remade version of that and like a Baton Rouge kind of, you know, it's like a little twist to it. So like, you know, you're going to enjoy this next 160 seconds, AKA 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and hopefully we link up, you know, so this is for you. I'm doing this for you, Mr. Hustle, so gotta show love. Johnny Hustle featuring Dooney, Bad Deal, Let It Go.
Do you want to do the outro?
Yeah.
For like, and then like introduce stuff. Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Thanks, man. Oh, this song, hell yeah.
I need a lighter. I don't know if I'm trying to blow my other thing.
That's magic right here.